welcome back to Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. It's about time that we had addressed the various options that we have with respect to gameplay. We've been doing the retro style of game for this entire game so far, but now that we are about to take on the most difficult boss among the bosses that we've yet encountered, I had suffered lots and lots of game overs, and I also had muted my volume and turned off the subtitles, because there are nuances of this boss fight that players who are not used to this boss fight might find rather annoying. For example, the villains will talk. They will say the same lines over and over again. You will see these same lines over and over again as long as you do not defeat them. And now that we have turned off the life system, you get to enjoy as many retries as you like on the boss.
So, I know that this fight actually is difficult, but to be perfectly honest, this is not the most difficult event in the game.
It's only difficult if you're unexperienced with it.
What's the matter, hero? Couldn't solo this one? Let her go! The last time I killed her friends, her screams were exquisite.
Delicious.
No!
You guys are making me feel uncomfortable things.
Give them a sporting chance.
Ooh.
You guys can have your little time later. For now, we must do battle.
Behold time-space warping powers.
Oh, we're going for a warp.
Thanks, Akano.
Akano, you have more speaking lines than I thought. And here is a little, how shall I put it? It's a little candy for the fans.
Yeah. There's a bunch of specifically classic Crash references floating on through this, and if you manage to get all of the inverted fruit, you get bombarded with with a meme.
Yes. Made possible by Oni G. Oni plays. Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily a meme specifically from Oni Plays, but.
Well, he definitely, his was the first exposure to the meme that I can think of. If other people did it first or did it after, then fine. I specifically remember that from YouTube.
And you missed one. At least it looks like you missed one. I'm not sure.
No. I got them all. This is the one when I got them all. Because you do a lot of alternations in order to get this right. Is it blue or is it yellow? It's supposed to be blue. No, yellow, blue,
okay,
yellow,
you did
fuck.
Get all 18. Cool. Behold the Crash WOAH meme. For the record, if you do it as Coco, you get a different, although very similar meme.
Is fit for extermination as a housefly.
Oh, no. There are subtitles. There are subtitles. You see what happens when you lose your cool with games is that we will leave marks on your Let's Play that cannot be erased because of the permanence of video. Watch out for the lasers. Oh, watch out for the moving platforms. Oh, watch out for the really fast-moving platforms. And
okay, and then
and
there,
jump.
and then...
And
okay,
time,
good.
stop!
And...
Would everything
Thank you.
just stop?
Nicely done, Mr. Passcloud.
And now that we did that bullshit, we get a checkpoint. Yay!
Jump. Switch over again.
So mind you, I got numerous game overs well before I made it into the actual boss fight when you can deal damage to the bosses. Yeah. Isn't it starting to sink in how badly demoralizing it is to lose this many times against a boss that only has 2 units of health?
Well, here's the thing. This fight is honestly one of the more difficult events in the game. And the whole Yeah, you're supposed to, jump over that instead of, slide under it because, it's a downwards electrical spike.
A backwards a bar. Upside down a bar. Right side up a bar.
And nicely done.
Dodge a
Down,
bar.
slide.
Ha ha ha. Slide a bar. A spin in a bar.
All right, first hit down. And then you walk right into her.
It's okay, it's okay. You got a checkpoint.
You get a checkpoint immediately after the first hit. Nice.
Exactly. See, if they gave me checkpoints more liberally during the earlier portions of the boss fight, then maybe it wouldn't have taken me as many tries.
But that's the thing. There isn't really much. There isn't really much during the earlier checkpoints to the earlier segments to give you checkpoints for, aside from the switching of the mask segments. And even then, those are relatively simple platforming segments, Mr. Cloud, especially with the mask power-ups.
Says you.
Yes, says me.
I cannot tell you how many times I died just to make it this far into the boss fight. And all it cost me is that, well, I mean, I did get a game over. In Crash Bandicoot, you get a game over when you run out of lives, and then anytime you try restarting the game after that, you automatically start with 4 lives. So that's what I gave up in order to switch to modern style, is I gave up only 4 lives versus the 14 or so lives that I went into the boss fight with.
Right.
So, again, it is an option for you to play either modern or retro, and I decided that, well, this is a boss fight. I am pissed off at it. I was somewhat satisfied to actually beat the boss, but I got pushed to this point.
Right. And he got in the modified Crash Dance. Woot!
The Crash Dance. The Crash Dance was introduced in 1997 in Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. I mean, you can plug up the holes in the universe, or try plugging up the holes in my head.
Behold the Time Twister!
Our powers combined, I am...
Solving the plot. So, now that the big bad's been dealt with, what else we got left, Mr. Cloud?
A lot, actually. There are 2 worlds left after that. You thought you were done with bosses? Cortex has a little something up his sleeve here.
Only get us as far as the culinary capital of the universe. Leon City.
And, I like that food run comes immediately after this boss fight. It's a lighthearted level.
Nachos.
Akano can finally get those nachos. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's having a good time. Aku Aku can't wait to see the food trucks. It's a nice diversion from what may have been not so cool of a time, because that was the most difficult boss that we've encountered yet.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go over to the
I'm gonna
food
ask
world.
Mr. Cloud, do we stay on modern gameplay style for the rest of the run?
I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
But see, the thing is now is that if you can switch back to retro, it will reset you at 4 lives. You do have a score of easy difficulty levels to grind up your lives. But is that really what you want to do now?
It's not, to be perfectly honest. Which is why I actually want to take a moment to congratulate, to praise rather the level design that we've seen so far. Because even while you were under retro style, you very rarely ended up losing a large amount of lives without the ability to immediately get those lives back in between these checkpoints.
Your praise is well founded, while I show a more realistic expectation of loading time with respect to these levels, which can take between 25 and 32 seconds. The levels are designed to help you rack up lives, because you are going to be dying. If you are inexperienced, you're going to be dying more often. And only in the latter higher difficulty levels will you experience a negative differential of lives gained to lives lost. And in the next part, We're going on a food run.
Woot! Be safe, everybody.